There is a house that sits beyond dark, dense woods. Like the world fading into view after a dream. That old mansion appears before you. Without realizing it, you instinctively accept as truth the events unfolding before you. The house lives in perpetuity, an amalgam of myriad fates and generations. No one knows who first said, that the mansion was cursed. Oh, that's a pretty interesting preamble. Well, alright then. Well, hello everyone! My name is Mitz, and here we are with the house in Fata Morgana. This is a game that was recommended to me when I was going through Higurashi, and I thought I'd give it a good old run through, honestly. It seems a bit outside of what I'm currently used to. I'm more used to much more like it's more easily digestible stuff, and not, I guess, fully into complete gothic fiction like this one is. I haven't even had a lot of chances to actually experience a lot of gothic stories. And so this is going to be an interesting thing. I don't know if I don't know if I will make this an entire full LP, but I'll give this first episode to see, honestly, if I'm interested in the story and not to make it a long-running thing until I reach the main credits. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. We're just doing the whole Christian prayer now. Have mercy on me, O Father. Like, that's different. I I know the entire the entire prayer chant, honestly, just from growing up, honestly. So, and cast their souls into eternal damnation. That seems a bit excessive. You really hate them, don't you? So the mansion they say is cursed. Then, I know little to nothing about this besides just the Steam page, honestly, and I guess a small synopsis of it, so this is going to be interesting to go through. I was looking down upon a corpse. Interesting. My own corpse. Astral projection. I was afflicted with great despair. The sight of it being dragged to the place of my crucifixion. Wait, you're being crucified? What? My soul crumbled, and I was wholly extinguished. Indeed, I did once lose everything. However, as I faded into darkness everlasting, I heard a voice calling out to me, and so I vowed once more that no matter how long it may take, how great the obstacles that stand in my way, or what form you may assume, I shall come back for you, that I must return to that house. So I ask of you, please wait until his mutilated body arrives there once more. What? The house again? Huh. Your consciousness, wavering like a ship at sea, was slowly drawn back to the surface. With each new breath, feeling gradually returned to your fingers. That's interesting. Every time it mentions you in this circumstance, they always capitalize it. So as our character's name literally called you, Detective You. Master, You can hear the pattering of rain from somewhere. Master? And the sound of a crackling fire. Wake up, Master. Creak, creak, creak. Wake up. Oh. When you came to, you were rocking back and forth in a rocking chair. The room was dimly lit. Aside from the flickering of the fireplace, there was no other illumination. No light shone through the closed windows. There was only the pitter-patter of rain in the glass. Ooh, that's very atmospheric. Was it the middle of the night then? It was as though the whole mansion had been enveloped in darkness. Yeah, well, if there's a lot of trees surrounding, I guess, if there was sunlight. I mean, if it was daytime, honestly, there must be a lot of trees around to block them, the windows, honestly. Oh, splendid. You finally awoken. Someone called out to you. Again, why is it capitalized? You're about to search the room, but that turned out to be unnecessary. The source of the voice is crouching beside the chair, looking up at you with emerald eyes. Oh, hello. Oh. Oh, I really like the blue highlights in your hair, actually. They're really nice. Good morning, Master. Oh, wait. Oh my god, okay, we have, it's dialogue options. Silent treatment. Nah, good morning. Is it morning, though? What is the matter? Are you still waking up? You seem rather drowsy. Come now, you must gather yourself. Though I am glad to hear your voice. I've simply been waiting so long for this moment. Long? Tending the mansion all by my lonesome, ensuring it was ready for your return, whatever the time may be. When I caught sight of you through the window, my heart fluttered. The time had finally arrived. You were perplexed. This woman, who looked like a maid, seemed to know you, but you had no memory of her. Yeah, that's the basic gist of the story for here. Amnesia plot. What kind of herbal tea would you like to start your day with? Wormwood. Wormwood. Every single time, wormwood. I can't believe it. I don't even know how long it's been since I had that kind of tea. But my god, still, wormwood tea is great. Try it. I have some wonderful chamomile leaves you like. I don't think we want to go right back to sleep. Thank you very much. Just go comatose, honestly, for how many leaves are stuffed over into the teapot. It's just spilling out over the cup as you just slurp it down. It's more leaf than liquid. Or perhaps your taste had changed since we met. Tell me, Master, what would you like? How long has it been since, I guess our character's been here? Wait, no, sorry, Mr. or Mrs. U? I beg your pardon. I allowed myself to get too excited. You really want to make that tea so much, huh? But I hope you'll be sympathetic, Master. I am just utterly elated that I could see you again. The woman appeared to be genuinely delighted that you had awoken, but she seemed to lack the energy typical of her age. Maybe she's trying to subdue herself, maybe? Or perhaps life was a more appropriate word than energy. What? Are you saying that there's a whole thing of, like, ghosts and gobbledygook and all that stuff? The gloom extended beyond the maid. It seemed to encompass the entire mansion. The plaster walls illuminated by the fireplace and the rose engravings and the ebony pillars felt vaguely familiar. But a crushing sense of claustrophobia overpowered the familiarity. It seemed as though the house wasn't interested in accepting you just yet. What, not accepting us just yet? What, is the house alive? Monster house stuff? Like, making it seem like it's a whole, like, we already know that our character is dead, so, like, this is a whole purgatory thing. But if our character is, like, if we're being seen as, the master of this house, then what, are we just, like, some, like, being or anything else? This is why we got crucified or whatever else? Huh. What is the logistics of this place? Is this a new form of purgatory that we just keep coming back here reincarnating every single cycle? Oh my, you do not know who I am. Do you not know who you are either? That is quite a predicament. You almost kind of say it in a way that you're kind of expected this to happen if... Like you knew this was gonna happen in some way. Maybe it's not your first thought, but... Huh. If you cannot remember who you are, then who am I to serve? I guess the house? If you really want to be that pedantic? The woman's face was pale, almost as though a faint chill ran down your spine. You are the master of this house. Though it would seem you had no memory of such. Quite the dilemma. If you know not who you are, then you are no different than a stranger to me, no? Yeah, it's a whole thing common. I keep hearing stories like someone just losing their memories and they just act completely differently to how you act to another person. Don't know if it will go down the whole thing of like since you lost your memories and experiences like what throughout your life or just with a person you act completely out of character when you get amnesia, but like it makes sense you would have no familiarity and like talk like a stranger to someone else you quote unquote should know, but Indeed, you have returned. But from where? I guess the forest? We just tore ourselves down for the from the cross, de-crucified ourselves and walked here? Are there holes in our hands or something else? Are we Jesus? Indeed, you have returned. But from where? That I cannot say. Then, how about this? I am a servant of this mansion, and as such, I'm familiar with the many incidents that had taken place here. I shall show you the history of this house, master. The history? That will surely allow you to recall who you are. The freshly awakened gears in your head begin to turn as you mold things over. The maid had called you the master of this house. But without a single mirror in the room, you had no way of seeing what you look like. I wonder if this is going to be a story like we technically will never know exactly who we are since we're meant to be like a stand-in for the audience. Like an audience circuit sort of thing. Playing an amnesia character, honestly, to put ourselves into. I have a mixed bag feeling of how like that's approached in stories, honestly. But I won't get into it here. Another time, another place. Unable to decide, you reflexively nodded. Let us be off, then. And fear not. I merely entreat you not to let go of my hand. What, if we let go of you, then the whole world warps around us and spits us back out into the hell or something like that? Reminds me of that, I think it was, I don't know what the fable is called, but like, it was a Greek tale of someone venturing in the underworld to like so he can get his wife back, and had to go the entire length of the underground, honestly, just to bring his wife's soul back out from there. And he could not at any point turn around, honestly. Getting vague vibes from that. Should you hold it tightly? You need not worry about being washed away by the waves of history. Yep, okay, that kind of cements it even further, honestly, but in a more ethereal time sense, I guess. No matter what happens, you mustn't let go of my hand. What, the very second we leave the living room, then everything just goes terribly? What? Your hand in hers, you followed the maid's lead through the hall. The air within the mansion was oppressive, as though a black miasma hovered within. That's the one thing I'll give this game so far, with the crackling fire, and like even these sound effects of the footsteps, and even just like I know there's a real photographs, like Photoshop to I guess they added some small filters. I think I recognize some of these in Photoshop, actually. Like, the atmosphere is actually really nice. It's really nice. I'm a sucker for atmosphere, both in in visuals and in writing. The house is bleak and barren, hardly a trace of color to be found, except for that chandelier up there. Don't you see the green around it? Are you colorblind, sir? You came across an open window. Beyond it lay nothing but darkness. Neither sunlight nor moonlight could be seen. There were no chirping birds, no rustling grass, no signs of life at all. Everything that would normally give color to the world had vanished entirely. Wait, so there's absolutely just nothing outside? Absolutely nothing? Or like, is there just like actually like a... Wait, there's no grass there, so it's just complete blanked over? Is the window covered? Or is there's nothing except for this house floating in the void out of nowhere? The only other presence was that of the maid. Following her lead, you proceeded through the mansion. Oh. Wait, is that's elevator doors? After some time, you arrived at a double door. The glass within shattered. Okay. The door, once pure white, had long since faded into a dull gray. It appeared to lead to the back garden. You can hear children laughing their side. Though it is in the state you now see it, a beautiful, beautiful garden once lay beyond those doors. The owner of the time enjoyed gathering rare species of rose from all across the world. At its grandest, it seemed every flower was in constant competition for the most majestic bloom. Would you like to see this wonderful era of splendor and prosperity? The era? I very much hope it is to your liking, master. The maid opened the doors to the back garden. A sudden gust of wind brushed across your face, forcing you to close your eyes as you followed the maid out the doors. When you next opened your eyes, the world was no longer blanketed in shadows. The first door. Okay, so the whole story is like going through each part of the house slowly? 1603. Ah, yeah, that was the other thing I learned about this game. We're like seeing actual errors, I guess, maybe around the house itself? Okay, tutorial. Move the cursor to the bottom right of this corner screen to display the in-game menu. Ah, okay, so they just all that kind of stuff. Okay, then. Alright. Oh! Oh! Ooh! Oh, I like that. Oh, I like the little, like, I like how the kudzu's borders around the text box, honestly. It's nice. I like the vine imagery there. Oh, it's so nice. It's so great. The mansion had an alluring air of beauty about it in that era. It was almost like something out of a fairy tale. This period of history could perhaps be described as a symphony of destruction, as cumbersome principles of old came crashing down. What is this glitching music? Okay. Alright. Freed from the day-to-day oppression of these antiquated precepts, the people seem to hark back to the more poetic, expressive ways of old. Older than old. Older than 1603 old. They took these newly blossoming emotions in hand, and with them, they wrote literature, painted portraits, composed theater, and found love. Even the church, which had maintained authority throughout the Middle Ages, embraced the changing times, adopting the culture's flowering sense of aesthetic. War would break out not 20 years from then. 1623? Okay. Plucking the ripened era from the tree of history. But that is no concern to us now. Like, war 20 years from now. Is this, like, actually, like, I guess, a historical fiction, like, kind of story? A bit, and this music is pretty interesting, but I'm wondering exactly if this is, like, everything in here is all fictional or not. Including the war here. Is it a fake town with a fake mansion, or is it, like, based around some actual real-life events? At the time, it was still what people referred to as the Golden Age, a period of furor for all who were there. Oh, nice. Now, let's take a slight detour. Wait, is like the maid like still like showing us all through? It's like guiding us along, or? No, we will not be changing locations. This tale about the mansion, from beginning to end. Oh, yeah, I know like there's like, from the looks of it, like there's 4 tales, I guess? And this is the first door, so this is one story about around the mansion. Is each one about the mansion in different time periods? I know like this one is like 1600s, and I think there's another one in 17 and even earlier, and I think one was like near like 1,000, like the thousands or 1100s, honestly. That's gonna be another thing. If it's gonna be that historically accurate in terms of how people talk, then that's gonna be something to get really much more used to. Plus, there was a warning that some characters will be very discriminatory and might like I don't know, I don't think they said it, but like maybe slurs, honestly. But I kind of doubt that, but something to keep in mind, honestly. Hopefully it doesn't come that bad, though. This is a tale of the mansion, from beginning to end. We will, however, be moving through time. Oh, so we're, like, even for these, like, the first store, we're not literally, Are we still going through like we're just skipping through like this one tale in this era, or are we just starting in 1600s and then just going like rapidly through the years? Honestly, that kind of thing. Say, about 8 years since the past. Wait, okay, this is 8 years in the past since main character got here. 1603. That means like the game takes place in 1611, then, right? Did I get was 1603 the year this first door happens? Okay then. I don't know much history besides like beyond before the 1900s. Honestly, I do not know history. I'm not a history buff. A very wealthy family lived in the house then. The mother and father, brother and sister, all distinctive, beautiful flaxen hair. Flaxen? I was always enamored by their hair. Oh, okay. By contrast, mine is the color of a wet crow. Are we like literally seeing this in the eyes of the character, or this literally still from the maid showing all this? See? There I am, sitting around, looking rather a fool. Wait, are you... Okay, so this is like 8 years ago, so... Okay. And I was happy back then. And what reason did I have not to be, afforded the opportunity to tend to such a beautiful home? So I poured my heart into serving that family. Listen closely, if you would. That soft, fleeting sound that can only be young girls singing. Can you hear it? That sound in the music, actually, right now? Is that her? Oh, hello. La 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 la. The art style is actually really nice. It's really cool. The girl you see, cheerfully picking crimson roses and singing like a songbird, was called Nellie. Though young, she sang with elegance. Nellie was deeply fond of their house's garden, and she would often spend her afternoons there. Gorgeous roses gathered from all across the world bloomed in the garden. They were given the utmost care, and even had their thorns removed. Okay, that's, you really take care of the garden too much, huh? So young Nellie would not hurt herself naturally. Like, do you actually just trim the thorns off, or can you actually, like, grow, like, roses and, like, make sure they do not grow thorns, actually? I feel like there's definitely some people who manage to do that, right? You can see it. The light brown-haired girl carefully plucked petals from the roses, gathered them up as she sang. Her voice like music played by fairies. Nay, the sight of her was like an angel sent from the heaven. Nay. God. Nah. Oh dear, please don't look at me like that. Please don't come over here, please. I don't want to hear you sing anymore. I admit I was being rather fanciful. But what is a woman if not fanciful? So, if this is from the maid's perspective, then, are we going to see, I guess, maybe how this family, I guess, like, decided to leave the mansion, and, like, how, I guess, our character then came and, like, took over the deed of the place or whatever? Little bird, sing night and day. For your little birdie heart, sing your woes away. Pretty flowers all around the little birds. And even when the sun comes up, oh, dearest Mel, I've forgotten what comes next. Make up your own lyrics, please. Are you listening? Make up your own lyrics. Rhyme it. Be a true poet. Oh, hi. Okay, now I'm seeing, like, very fancy clothing, honestly. How, like, I probably should have realized it's a mansion, though, so, like, where exactly does this game take place? It's like, just from the clothing and, like, what little knowledge I do have of any kind of clothing besides just, I guess, other anime or shows honestly touching upon it. Does this take place in Europe? That's the only thing I could think of just from the attire, honestly. Especially, the white, I don't even know what to call it. I don't know clothing, like, the bib and collar around, I guess, Mel's neck? Nellie was, as a matter of fact, not the only visitor to the Rose Garden that day. She always came with her older brother, Mel. Nellie and Mel. Please tell me Nellie is a nickname. I don't like when siblings are like, I swear to God, please don't let them be twins and their names similarly. I hate when stories and actually parents do that. It just sounds so mean, honestly. Hi, Timmy. Hi, Tommy. You could just give them unique names for each other, honestly. Why would you want to just... It's like just almost calling them the same name. Just change one letter and that's it. Wowee, they're completely inseparable. You can't tell the difference apart now. Young siblings were inseparable. Mel adored his little sister, who in turn pined for his attention. The sight of the two innocent children cuddling together, not yet shackled by fear for the future, was truly heartwarming. That day, Mel was sitting in the shade of a tree, reading a book. As I'm sure you're aware, in their times, books could not yet be mass-produced. Well, actually, Well, I know, like, I guess the printing press wasn't, I guess, that prevalent, like, all the way back then, so... Their family must be that well off, or maybe they just got some good connections to actually get a book then. But interesting. A kid reading the written word on paper this time? Nay. It's like the whole thing of a parent is saying, you should not spend that much time watching TV. Go outside and play. How dare you read a book? How dare you? Go outside and play, you. Is that... I swear, it's gotta be a whole running tradition, honestly, of when a new technology comes out. And don't get me wrong, books technically are a technology, just not the way you think, electronically speaking. What he was reading had been copied by a scribe. Oh, like literally just someone written down, not, well, without printing press, then I guess makes sense. I presume he had borrowed it from the church. Ah, okay, so just reading from the church, okay, that makes more sense. The book, having passed through many hands over many years, was visibly worn. I suppose that just speaks to its importance. And we gave it to a child. Just sipping away, saying, oh, oops, the most important document of all time has now been ruined by a clumsy kid. It was in fact a Latin grammar textbook he was reading. Okay, it's not the most important thing in the world, but still. Mel was a clever boy. He attended church from a very young age, where priests instruct him in Latin grammar. For the time, I believe he's capable of reading even advanced texts. Ah. Oh, dearest Mel, please. Don't ask him to make the song lyrics for you. Yeah, that's right. Go around, make up your own lyrics then, please. The young girl approached her brother, who was consumed by the text. In her hands, she carried a large pile of rose petals. Just throw into his face and just blind him. Though his sister's shadow overlapped with the trees, the boy still did not notice. So Nellie puffed her cheeks, thrust out her center arms, and let the petals fall. Ah! Oh, actually cool effects. Look, your head is covered in roses, Mel. Oh, Nellie, you got petals in the book. Now it's ruined. What have you done? This is mine. I can't afford to get it lit dirty. What, is the rose petals, like, completely covered in mud or whatever? Okay. It's your fault, dearest Mel. I try to get your attention. Besides, flowers won't get a book dirty. I must raise the white flag. When did my little lady find herself such a sharp wit? While waiting for you, dearest Mel. It's been years since you started reading that textbook. Pay attention to me, please. I waited and you didn't so much as glance at me. So many decades have passed. I'll be an adult by the time you're done reading that book. See, look what you're doing to her. The last time you looked up from that book, she was an infant. Pay attention to her. Wow, not soon. That soon. Mother says girls grow up fast. She may be right. In that case, we should do something together before you're all grown up. Surely you won't play with me any longer when you become an adult. That's not true. I'll still play with you even when I'm grown up. But grown-ups don't play, Nellie. If they don't play, they hang out instead. Fine, I'll stay a child forever then. Okay. Didn't you just say you were about to grow up? She'll make sure she doesn't grow up at all. Force of will, just exert all energy, Super Saiyan mode, and just stay as a kid for the next 20 years. You're so mean, Mel. I'm sorry. Please don't pout, my little lady. How about this? To make up to you, I'll play whatever you want today. Really? Do you mean it? I want to play make-believe. 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 I'll be a princess taken captive by an evil kingdom, and you, dearest Mel, will be my valiant knight. And you turn into a prince when you rescue me. Turn into a prince. And knight can become a prince. Not the chess games I played. Impressive. The pawns usually turn into queens. They can! Knights and princes both have to be charming, so of course they can! Which is why it must be you, dearest Mal. No one else can be my prince, or my knight. While he may have appeared outwardly embarrassed at his rose-cheeked sister proclaimed prattlingly, I'm certain he was smiling on the inside. Like he's still sweating over there, honestly. After a few moments, he meekly knelt, bringing himself to eye level with Nellie and gently stroking her soft hair. Knight him! Knight him, Nellie. Get a stick, knight him. Alright then. You're my princess, Nellie. And not just anyone's princess, dearest Mel, but yours alone. So, don't be anyone else's prince but mine, okay? Don't you dare play the other girls! Nellie. Jeez, my princess is quite the fawner. Is that bad? Does it make you dislike me? Not at all. I'm proud to have you as my sister, Nellie. You mean more to me than anything in the world, my dear princess. I love you, dearest Mel. You've always been a prince, forever and ever. Her mood quite improved. Nellie began humming the melody of the song she had forgotten the lyrics to. Holding the skirt of her dress out from her body, the young girl pranced about the rose garden. Mel, his eyes on her back, gave a little shrug. Well, that's my life now. Oh, Nellie, don't come crying to me if you trip running like that. Just skids onto the ground, okay. But Mel was not entirely disapproving of her sister's excitement. He carefully brushed aside the petals in his book, set in the shade of the tree, and chasing to Nellie. They were picturesque siblings, brimming with hope. Hope, you say? And at this time in their lives, there's nothing to jeopardize that hope. Would it not be wonderful if children could stay children forever, Master? As I see it, though, the pleasant, gentle times of their lives have value because they come to an end. Wouldn't you agree? Time continues to flow, impartial without exception. And as such, everyone's childhood comes to an end. Be this as it may, does time also flow at the same speed for each individual? I guess not really. Now, let's take a trip down the river of time. Wait, we're actually jumping around this time period then? Okay then. Are we going to 1674 or whatever? I'd be very delighted if we could remain at this point in time, but unfortunately, we cannot. We have sights to see! Please don't let go of my hand, Master. Oh, being in these doors, honestly, that's what you mean by that. Not walking through the house. I was gonna say, like, the house must be the most dangerous thing imaginable then. You can't step 1 foot out of bed before being whisked away through the time vortex and being stuck all the way back in the 16,000 hundreds. So we're going to a new place? Just forward in time, then. Oh, is this a church? Oh, you look spiffy now. I'll be on my way, then. Well, you usually stay for longer. You gotta read those Latin textbooks, lad. Yes, I have an errand to run today. Groceries. Thank you for your time, as always. Would you like the book back sometime next week? Next week, and the week after. Hold on to it as long as you like. Well, it's mine now. Surely there are others who want to use it. None as sharp as you, Mel. Put yourself in my shoes and you'll understand. I want to give you any advantage you can get. Oh, do you not believe me? No, I believe you, Father. And I mean to do whatever I can not to disappoint you. That's the spirit, the Holy Spirit. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. I'm proud to have you as my pupil. Ah, yes, and Mel, do consider what we were talking about. Going to university. Indeed. If you do, I can introduce you to some accomplished instructors. There is very little left for me to teach you, but I believe you would make a fine priest. It's an honorable thing, Mel, to devote your service to the service of our Lord. I'll give it some thought. What do you want to do, then? Why are you reading Latin grammar textbooks? I don't know much history of, like, or back then in the past, honestly, to, I guess, even, like, make any guesses, honestly, for that kind of thing. I'm not a historian buff, honestly. And even the people I know who actually are historian buffs probably just, only recent history, not so far into the past. We're going on a tangent, honestly, how little I know. If you excuse me then, I'll see you again. Our doors are always open. Farewell. I wonder if this is actually a few years later from, I guess, the back garden, or literally just, like, still, like, recently from then, like, maybe a few days or, months around, he just dressed himself up, or, yeah, he's actually grown up from here. Now, there's the service of God, or in the service of the church. It is an honorable profession, but theology... I wouldn't mind attending university, but I'm not sure. I kind of want to do something different. Something more befitting of the times. We don't want to have progress, or we do something in the day now. As for what, though, I'm stumped. I need to make up my mind soon. If I drag my feet for too long, even my father's liable to grow impatient. Mercy me. Young sire, blessed young sire, alms to the poor. Ah, this beggar. If I'm not mistaken, he's been out to the church since last week? Alms. The way he shakes his head, I can get a glimpse of his forehead under his hood. He's completely bald. Buy yourself some bread with this. Ah, thank you very much. May the Lord bless your soul. Thanks. The Lord. Oh, no. Now he's gonna be cross if I don't hurry home. You're late by an hour. Cursing, looks like it's gonna rain. Master? Master? Oh, thank goodness. You appear to have a firm grasp in your consciousness. I was afraid you would accidentally let go of my hand. Oh, okay. So literally we're just, I guess, something incorporeal then. We're not actually walking around just, like, watching him, well, we did hear his thoughts, too, so, We're just omnipresent, looming around through zipping in time, honestly. Okay. So that means, someone else becomes the owner of this mansion and goes back into, our you time of when we were around the mansion. That means they'll be able to see our own thoughts then, too. That's terrifying. Now, Master, this is a period of time I truly wish to show you. This one, okay. The boy reading the rose garden was now a fine young man. Nonetheless, he still bore the same gentle eyes as before, and he would from time to time show remnants of that innocent young boy. How long has it been? Several years? He was, in his own mind, still making the transition into adulthood, I suspect. Mel frequently visited the church, on Sundays to participate in Mass, of course, but more often to be tutored by the priest. Okay. In addition, he also attended a private school run by eminent marquises. Though it was not a school, where students had desks and sat in rows. They studied the marquise's estate. Secondary and higher education was not the same as it is today. Mel was considering university. The priest wanted to recruit him to the church, but Mel was having difficulty deciding what he should do. What even options for jobs were there at this time? And I guess we don't really have a big grasp on what the town is like, so we can't even think of all that quite yet. That he had such a choice is envious, is it not? I mean, if you grow up privileged, then I guess so. Yeah, all this, like, yeah, the looks of it all makes it look like it takes place somewhere around in Europe. And where is this place? What? Looks like almost the ceiling of the inside of a tavern or inn or something? Okay. Good afternoon. I'm here to pick up my order. Is it ready? Other. Oh, there's a person called Other in here. Okay, we have us, you, and now Other. Wowee. Aye, ready and waiting, young Master Rhodes. Mel Rhodes. Okay. Oh, don't call me young master, please. I beg your pardon. Kinda seemed to get me out of the past. Your order's right here, sir. Mel stopped at a jewelry store in the center of town on his way back to the church. Okay, then. Is it a gift for Nellie, then? The building was both a workshop and a storefront. The nobles of the area were deeply fond of the master's wares. He was so skilled, even the royal family had commissioned work from him. As a matter of fact, the wooden sign out front was engraved with a replica of a piece of his jewelry said to be on display in the palace. Oh, wow, okay, that's... Oh, very esteemed, then. Very esteemed. You just basically just made a whole new gem just to just englowed it right in front of your store place. Nice. As artistry flourished in this golden age, the number of shops selling luxurious items such as jewelry rose in kind. More flower metaphors and similes. However, the clientele of these shops comprise a very narrow range of people. May I have a look? Of course, of course. Good. It came out just as I hoped. Splendid work. Can I afford to spoil a loyal customer like yourself? Canade. I don't know how to properly pronounce it, what that word even means. It's cannot afford? Okay. An admirable work ethic. I'm sure she'll love it. She's a kind lad, young master. My boy back home could do well to learn a thing or two from ya. Every man ought to show woman some cordiality. Coming home to a cold fireplace is a sad thing indeed. Again, please don't call me young master. My apologies. I'll take this and be my way then. Good day. If you find yourself in need of aught else, just let me know. I can make any jewelry you ask for. Come to me and your sweetheart's a day be sure is made. I guarantee the two of you will have all sorts of fun when you give it to her. What? Wait, what? Wait, is this actually going where I think I'm going? Okay, please, okay? Please, I don't have a sweetheart. Okay, thank God. Okay, thank for that. I was gonna say, like, earlier today, I was gonna make a route comparison. The only kind of story I can make comparison of any kind of gothic literature in any case like that was like the Coffin of Andy and Laylee, which man, if this is going where I thought I was going, then oh my God, Jesus. Please, I don't have a sweetheart. Well, that's a surprise. I'm sure many girls are vying for your hand too, Mr. Rhodes. A fine family, good looks, charming. Your future's all, but I'll be my way then. I don't want to talk about my family. Snatch it up. Run, sprint, bye. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Good day, come back anytime. Just sprints away. Goodness, you're popular. Maybe I'll say I want to stay abroad or something. Patient my father may be, that would certainly anger him. You hear it now. You're wasting your God-given talents, boy. Can renounce my name and rank, go somewhere far away. That's not the kind of plan Nelly would come up with. Adventurous, become a knight. Back to the Rose Garden. Actually, like there's actually like a rose watermark behind this area, nowhere else. Wonder if that's significant, honestly. As they drew close to the mansion, the rich fragrance of roses grew more prominent. Over time, the distinctive scent had led visitors to refer to the house as Rose Manor. It was also probably playing the Flaxen-haired family's last name, Rhodes, which you heard the owner of the jewelry store just say moments earlier. No, I didn't. I completely forgotten. Thanks for reminding me. It's been just a minute. The mansion looked quite different than it does now, no? No thickets of ivy covering the walls, no rotten, broken doors to be found. I was gonna say, honestly, if you were the maid of this place waiting for, I guess, us, Mr. and Mrs. or they's yous coming, you did a poor job of keeping the place up to date then, honestly. Up to date. That's all on you. I wonder what the Rhodes family would think if they saw the house in its present tragic condition. The sight of their abundantly blooming roses, a veritable symbol of prosperity, long since withered and turned to soil. Yeah, that's another thing. If this took place like 8 years, like, if like the story, I guess, like it takes place 8 years before I guess where you shows up and like, we get taken back to the doors in time, then exactly how much different things have happened since then? Did like you like just take over the house the very second the family moved out of the mansion? And then we just left for years or what have you? I'm confused. I'm confuzzled. Confounded. My apologies, I got a little sentimental there. Let's forget, for a moment, about our own time. That's kind of hard to forget. I suppose I stayed out a little too long. Oh well, the sun still shines high in the sky. I'm sure it's... But, oh. You being attacked. We're gonna die. Dearest Mel, what took you so long? Where have you been? I've been waiting forever. Nelly, you're not in the house? You're not allowed to be outside in the society? You're supposed to be inside, locked away in the tower. Nope, you were taking so long to set away by the gate. You didn't even notice me at all. You are unobservant. Is that anyway, true lady? All that studying's got your head stuck up in the clouds. There goes social decor. No, it hasn't, really. Also, you're heavy. Let go, you. Could you please get off my back? Ah, yeah, they're actually giving me a lot of, I guess, grown-up sprite changes, honestly, for each little area. It's like, if like, it's gonna be a normal thing when we go through other doors, and we just skip around through time, like, the sprites of the characters we see there just gonna get progressively grown up more and more? Huh. Interesting. Heavy? Yeah, you're fat. I've been gradually reducing the amount of sweets I eat, and I love sweets to maintain my figure for a new dress, and you call me heavy? I didn't catch that. Look, you might have an hourglass figure, but you have a lot of sand in there. God damn it. I didn't catch that. Were you saying a tongue twister? What? You're just a dimwit, Mel. Jerk, blockhead, weakling, dork! And obnoxious to boot. That's actually, being obnoxious is way more fun than being polite, okay? Whatever happened to the delightful little girl who was once my sister? Changeling child. Being changed right at birth. It's all your fault. You weren't hanging out with her as much as often. No, wait, no, sorry, not hanging out. Playing with her so often, I forgot. You guys are now adults now. I'd probably throw a fit if I said that out loud. Should you really be outside, Nelly? You are the star of today's event. Oh, the ceremony or something? It's fine. I can call it a birthday party, but I know just about fraternizing. Connections. It's obvious what Father's true motives are. He'll be gathering a bunch of boys from good families to look for someone to marry me off to. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that was the whole thing. Marriage betrothals and all that. Here, marriage, contracts. Yay, fun times. I'm no interest in all. I don't want to date. Don't be like that, Nelly. They're all here for you. That's a weird roundabout way to say it. She has no interest in them, but they're all here for her. Okay, that's a weird way to put it, dude. At least enjoy what you can at the party. Enjoy the food, the hors d'oeuvres, the finger foods. I guess. And besides, it's not completely terrible. Look at this, dearest Mel. What do you think? What do I think? About what? What clothes she's wearing, or how she got her hair up, or what? About what? Mel! My new dress! It arrived, I'm wearing it! I kind of figured. It actually looks really nice though, like little frills. I actually like the orange, honestly, and think that's some, I want to see, can I hide the text box, actually? No, okay, the spacebar does not hide it, but, like, I don't know if I can exactly, but I think that's purple, like, around her torso there. Almost looks like a butterfly, honestly. I actually like that little detail. How could you not notice? Don't care about clothing, I guess. I did notice something I hadn't seen before. There's so many dresses, Nelly, so it reminds me of like so many different stories, like other girls, honestly, now like just coming into work one day, like just trying to sit up to like a coworker and say, so you know something different about me, and like just humming and hawing like, did you put your hair up and also that like, I got. Just like one coworker just like just saying, you dumbass, I got top surgery on. Just completely just missing out, like they just got rid of their breasts, honestly, during just transitioning, honestly, and no one even noticed until they pointed it out. Oh god, that was my favorite story out of all those bunches. Oh god. Just imagine someone just like completely just covered head to toe in mud, honestly, and no one even notices, honestly, at that point. I did notice something I hadn't seen before, but you have so many dresses, Nelly, so... But this is the dress I made just for today! Did you tell him about this before today, I guess, or... Look at the colors, they're so pretty! I haven't seen a lot of dresses that actually have orange on it, so it's nice. It's the work of a renowned dyer! Please don't tell me they dye too. And this about is just so lovely! You see how it comes together from a butterfly? Oh, okay, I was wondering. It actually does look like a butterfly. I can't believe I caught that then. I thought it was just incidental then. Huh. Oh. Wow, butterfly, cocoon, crystallize. Nice. You're a woman now. Oh, I'm just absolutely in love with it. I think I'll be wearing this dress for a while to come. So tell me, what do you think? Does it look good on me? Yeah, it does. No hesitation. You have to say full out. Say yes. It's pretty. In some ways, I guess she still is a delightful little girl. Oh, dearest Mel, I love you. Tackle again. Just shoved onto the ground into the rosebush file. Whoa, don't do me like that again. Ah. Oh, my, you dropped something. And what do we have here? Jewelry. Wait, hold on, no. You can't have that yet. Is it a present? Give it back. I was gonna give that to you later. At the party? Is it a birthday event or just like a whole thing, just sort of get together for like marriage betrothal stuff here for today in this house? I knew it's for me, and just what could it be? Hey, don't open it. What's the big deal? It's gonna be mine soon anyway, isn't it? That ruins the almost surprise though. Oh, I love it! A rose necklace! And this design, it's from the jeweler the royal family uses. Oh, my dearest Mel. Yeah, this is made just for me. How thoughtful. Oh, jeez. Defeats the purpose we open it before the party. Well, then rewrap it and just hand it to her at the party, and then she was to put on her best acting face. Happiness is always better sooner rather than later, Mel. I think I put it on right away. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting the sprite to change, but that's actually cool. It was less of a necklace of like a brace, honestly. Huh. It was just like there's a giant rose almost in the front of your neck, honestly, for it. Huh. Intriguing. There. How's it look? It looks lovely. My prince is still the sweetest in all the land. Oh, they kept that little inside joke, honestly, all these years, okay. Don't make such weird noises. Oh, but why not? The prince always knows exactly what his princess wants. We'll grab a stick then, or whatever, and protect, I guess, I don't know. And his princess wanted some rose jewelry to go with her new dress. Rose jewelry, okay, that was very specific. Understand? Jeez, I'm sure you don't have it easy playing your prince, Nelly. It might be about time you found a new one. A prince is a prince because you can't just find one standing in the street corner. If you retire, dearest Mel, you're gonna have to wait another 10 years. So, the only way to retire sooner than that is death? Understood! That's a long time. Or, if you find yourself a new princess... Okay. I'm not so... You're about as romantic as a rock, dearest Mel. Don't worry not, your adorable sister will always be your princess. What more could you want? Are you really allowed to be the judge of that? I mean more to you than any girl in the world, do I not? Hopefully not more than that. That makes me your perfect princess. Hey, what was with that laugh and I'll be over soon laugh? You're always telling me I mean more than anyone to you? Yes, you do. More than anyone in the world, my beloved baby sister. You're still a baby! You're an infant! I'll take good care of the necklace. Thank you, my dearest Mel. Well, if you're happy with it, then so am I. You're very welcome. Now, back to the house with you. Go get yourself locked up into the tower, you princess. Can't have a party with a guest of honor. Do you know if anyone is here yet? Nope. I imagine they'll be here soon, though. They start coming down into droves, honestly. Were you down at the church again today, Mel? Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's something I didn't know to translate, so I went to look it up. In the Latin to English dictionary, or Latin to, European, whatever language this area takes place in dictionary. Wow, so diligent. I can't really say I really like the priest there, personally. Actually, I kind of feel the same way. What, really? Why? Well, you know. I mean, we only talked to him for a bit, so like, is there anything weird about him, I guess? I have my reasons. Your reasons. So even you don't always like that priest, huh? Let's skip mass on Sunday then. We can go play, hang out, no skipping church. We can't go play rally. We hang out. As grew the brother, so too did the sister. That day, Nellie would be turning 14, and Mel, 3 years her senior, was 17. 17 and 14. Okay, gotcha. You saw it with your own eyes. Just so you notice how much she has changed. She's always a cute little girl, and she grew into an even more beautiful young woman. Though she's only 14, she's well on her way to becoming a fine lady. As for her character, well, what you're saying, she's turning to a fine lady, but she's not turning to a fine person then? Okay. But a girl like that has her own charms, would you not say? Drifting down the river of time, the two siblings matured into healthy young adults. The core of the relationship did not change in the slightest. Nellie was very much attached to her brother. As much as Mel complained, he still cared deeply for his sister. Around the time the sun began to set, carriages started lining up outside as well-dressed aristocrats made their way into the house. This is gonna be a whole thing of she's fucking 14, but the rest of them are like 20, like late 20s or 30s or older. God damn it. As Nellie had suspected, the majority of them were boys. Boyos or laddos? Yes, I understand. You don't need to say anything more. Rose Manor, right? Okay, we'll go to that. We'll go together. Me? Alone? No, please don't make me. The inhabitants of Rose Manor are surely living quite contented lives. I'm sure they don't remember a thing. Remember? What? What? Oh my god, okay, we're doing like Higurashi kind of transitions then. That's the first half of the chapter, folks. Okay. Alright. Well, I mean, if it's gonna do that, I guess I'll keep going until the next one happens. It was an hour for this one. Well, let's keep the 2-hour mark from, like, how going through Higurashi then. Why don't we? Why don't we? Why don't we? Why not? The room with the fireplace is always kept in pristine condition so they can entertain guests anytime. Walls colorfully decorated with tapestries and stained glass windows gave testament to their great fortune. The servant's first assignment every morning was to clean this room. Pitchers, silver plates, and silverware polished to shine so it could be proudly put to use at a moment's notice. And for events like their daughter's birthday, the room served an even more important role. The tabletops were movable, so they ordered a new tabletops with the designs made especially for this occasion, having a lot of them, vineyard ornaments, honestly, and roses imprinted to the wood, honestly, more kudzus and all that. And once the banquet had drawn to a close, tables speckled with fine, empty wine glasses and leftover candied fruits were moved out to the side to make room for, of course, the festivities. Wait, wine glasses were removed from the tables, and fruits were taken off the tables for people to, what, climb and dance on top of the tables or whatever, or move the tables aside to dance. Good evening, Lady Nellie. Oh my god, there's so many others in this world. Oh my god, it's a whole new species. You're looking particularly lovely to get today. Nellie, I had these jewels cut just for you. You'll let me have this dance, won't you? Okay, so the same day then, honestly, for it. Boring dancing, boring talking, boring connecting to other people. God damn it, when is this party ever gonna end? My life is a chore. What's the matter, Nellie? You look exhausted. It's only been 5 minutes and you're already gonna be collapsed into the ground. You just talked to the first jerkwad, honestly. These are pretty good. What? Want one? I know you like sweets. They're apples candied in rock sugar, I think. Rock sugar? What? I don't think I ever heard of a party having, like, just rock candy apples, honestly. It's the old equivalent of caramelized apples. Okay, then. Interesting. Again, I'm still wondering, like, how far removed from reality this game is, honestly. Because still the whole purgatory, like, mansion metaphor, I guess. And now I'm wondering, I'll probably look it up maybe after this, like, after finish this episode, honestly. I'm kind of leaning towards actually continuing this, actually. I'm wondering exactly what Fata Morgana means, but, like, if it's one of those things where, like, if you look it up and it only goes to, like, Wikipedias of, like, this game in particular, like, I guess I won't go into any more because There's some games that sometimes the title actually goes the whole big old plot and the story beats, honestly. Like a little twist, honestly. I've seen a lot of different games like tackle, they make sure the title honestly is part of the twist as well. Noise. You disappoint me, dearest Mel. You didn't offer even more candies? Or like, no, you offered fucking sugar to your sister when she said she's going on a diet, you fuck. What do you think is the matter? I would not be able to survive in polite society, honestly. I'm pretty sure I would just absolutely die trying to keep up appearances. What do you think is the matter? They just keep coming and never ends. The second, like, the whole ballroom is filled up, just the doorbell rings and oh, look at that! The whole entire, the road leading up to the house is now just going all the way down into the town and all the way to the castle. The line just keeps on going forever and ever and ever. You turned me up the wall. I mean, I'm pretty sure if there's so many people like, going and crowding in the mansion, honestly, you'd probably be in the ceiling first. Everyone just repeating the same lines they've been taught. I don't think pretty jewels and requests to dance are enough to make a girl swoon. But I think that is true for you, Nelly. Well, I mean, if you keep hearing the same things over and over again, excuse me, by a certain point, it just means absolutely nothing, and then it becomes almost complex to hear it again. You just don't want to hear it again. Just makes it sick to the mind, honestly. Though, why is she disappointed with me? Again, the food. It's all about the food. I'm thinking done with birthday parties this year. I'll probably throw an even bigger one next year. Okay, so this is a birthday party thingy, I guess. Huh? Why? Well, you know. You're about that age, Nelly. I thought this whole thing was all about a marriage betrothal thing. What, are they literally gonna like force her to like get into a marriage contract, honestly? Have her next birthday literally just be the wedding ceremony or whatever the fuck? Are you kidding me? We are a reasonably distinguished family. The Rhodes family. We're on the road to success. Eeyo. So there are a number of different houses that would like to have connections with us. So, what kind of like stuff does your dad do? Don't know if your mom's still around or just, well, Huh. I wonder, like, I guess what both parents do, honestly, like, this far back in time, honestly. So what you're saying is, do it for the family. Yeah, wow. No, that's exactly what you're mentioning. I won't date or marry anyone. Date yourself. I have no interest in being used as a pawn in their interfamily politics. Pawn? I wouldn't go that far. And I'm sure Father wants to let you choose yourself. You know, someone you actually love, but force them on you. This is not this is a whole entire party for like blind dates, and yeah, have fun. If there's anything besides that, then yeah, good luck. Love. I never thought I would hear you talking about love, dearest Mel. You don't even understand what makes Shakespeare's plays so beautiful. You're talking about love. You fell asleep during Romeo and Juliet, and you're talking about love? How far back was Shakespeare's plays, honestly? Like, I'm wondering, actually, I looked it up. Because like, I know, like, a funny tidbit I learned about Shakespearean plays, honestly, is and how it's being performed, honestly. Back then, like, it's probably better that I'm instead of playing like a fake accent, actually, for like the characters in the play, just based on how everyone talked back then in Shakespearean times. It's probably better that all the actors play with an actual American accent. It's probably like Shakespeare intended, honestly, for the characters, honestly, which is kind of funny. Okay, Romeo and Juliet. When was it written? It was written in around 1594 or 96. It's like 10 years after. So, like, this takes place like 10 years maybe after the play was written, and probably been performed, honestly. We went all the way out to the Globe Theater too, globally. Pardon me for being ignorant when it comes to romance and the arts. Weren't you reading? What? You're not into the arts and you read so many fucking grammar books. What do you want to be then? I know you're still deciding, but like, what are you interested in then? But you're not, Nelly. Shakespeare's make-believe story made you cry like a baby. Anyone would cry at that. You'd be crazy to see through it. Maybe I remember just when we were fourth readers in class, probably just about how everything was worded in probably old English. I could not get I cannot read a couple pages of it, honestly, understand exactly all the nuance, honestly. I know there's a lot of puns and Shakespearean stuff, and he made up a whole different bunch of words for his own plan to make sense, and to add some more emphasis into things, but man, I'd probably just read Spark Notes, or, like, someone has to make a modernized retelling of it, honestly, for me to, be able to sit through it, actually. That's not what I'm saying. Someone as emotionally vibrant as you, Nelly, would have no problem finding love. Dearest Mel, we should dance. Lady Nelly, could I have that? Get out of the way, loser! Me and my brother are gonna go dancing instead. Humph. Spotlight on, go. Let's dance, nearest Mel. What? Me? Wait up. Come on, I really like the song. Quit pulling at me, Nelly. What's the point of us dancing? We're siblings. I was wondering if, like, they were gonna bring that up, honestly. We can't be dancing together. We're siblings. Mother and father staring daggers at us. Oh, it's the plan. No, I fully agree with this plan now. Make him aggravated. Do it, now. Anything to make other people annoyed, honestly. It makes it funnier. It makes it so much more funnier. No matter. What day is it today, dearest Mel? I don't know. Get a calendar. Your birthday? What is my birthday? Did you forget? Exactly. So I can do what I want. Okay, defy the laws of physics then. Now attend to your princess as a proper prince should. Grab your stick, get a shield, and protect against dragon. Who would be the dragon here? Just stab them with the stick, honestly, and bash their skull in with the fucking slab of wood, honestly, of the tree for the shield. Jeez, how to get myself into this. Nellie's skirt fluttered along with her as she stepped in time to the music. She was not only a skilled singer, but a skilled dancer as well. Mel, on the other hand, fumbled over his own feet trying to keep up. He can't even do the square dance. He can't even do box step. One would be hard-pressed to describe his dance abilities as good, even as flattery. He just flounders. He literally trips and accidentally does a breakdance. Though boys with his pedigree were taught to dance as part of their etiquette lessons, he found himself more being dragged along by his sister. He could hardly be said to be attending to her. More like she's attending him, I guess, if I understand the meaning of this right. This is humiliating. Yes, do a little jig. Because his parents had been hands-off in raising him, largely giving him free rein to study and learn what he pleased, Mel looked like a tangled-up marionette. Nice. From throughout the hall, you could hear giggling, uncomfortable chuckling, and people coughing to disguise their laughter. Loser! Dork! Come now, dearest Mel. If this is the best you can manage, what are you gonna do when you find a girl that catches your eye? Just curl up in a ball and die? I won't, so it doesn't matter. What, you both are planning not to date at all? Please don't go the way I'm thinking it is. Follow my lead, Mel. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nellie alone enjoyed her time dancing with her brother, and quite thoroughly at that. It did not matter to her that he moved awkwardly or the guests were giving them cold stares. It was their parents who first crouched under the pressure, stomping over them, shoving to the ground. How dare you dance like that in our presence in your birthday party? Just as their father was about to give an exaggerated cough and stop the music, a ruckus suddenly swelled up near the entrance. The tax collectors are here. Huh, what could that be? Who knows? I know what's going on, I've been spared. Music came to a stop, and the party guests began bustling. The siblings' father spoke up sternly above the noise in order to quell spreading commotion. He ordered the servants to investigate, had the music restarted, gave a short apology for the interruption, set the party back on course. Is that mystery person that was talking about the family not remembering something? Maybe it's them? I went to go check on the entrance with the other servants, I recall. Okay, you were definitely, like, okay, that confirmed it. You were definitely as a maid as part of the servants around there. But, like, if you're the only, I guess, person, like, tending to the house, then What the fuck happened? Like in the 8 years since these events, honestly, and when you stumbled in amnesiacted. Okay. I'm wondering actually, is like, I guess the character you gonna be one of the characters we see in the story? It seems like the most obvious, but do we already know who it is, or is the whole thing of like, if we're seeing a whole bunch of different tales from across the centuries, or honest like that, is the thing there's secretly a person there like hiding what they look like, and they're just immortal, or whatever else? Oh my, why are you looking at me like that? These are not my memories. Those which dwell within the mansion. They're what? But you just said you were with other servants and you went to the door with them. Are you saying the mansion decided to just corporealize a new person to like be part of the servants, honestly? Okay. Do you think we should be following what happens next from my perspective then? Are you an actual real person in this mansion around this time, or are you not? Please explain. That's not what confused you. Well, your question shall be answered in time. Not now, though, so shush, you. In time. In time. Now, let's return to our tale. No more questions. Though the party had fallen still for a moment, their father's decisive actions restored the guests' offensive moods in short order. So it was not by any means the commotion that caused the ball to conclude earlier than planned. It was the storm! Oh dear, I hear thunder. It was rather loud, too. Shakes the whole house. Sounds like we have quite the storm brewing. We lived in a country where the weather was nothing if not unpredictable. Rain was a frequent occurrence there. Such as a time with clear skies grew longer as summer approached. The weather was still somewhat unstable, on the cusp of the two seasons. They had a strong wind that night as well, which turned into raindrops into little spears in the window. That just sounds like it's gonna turn to hail and just start spiking through the window, honestly. Start flooding the house. If the party continued on any longer, no one would be able to go home. They're forced to stay here now. Get your sleeping bags ready, guys. We're gonna have a big old slumber party. Although their father was quite concerned that Nellie had not got any on with any of the aristocrat boys, he decided ultimately to cut the festivities short. Interesting, we don't have any sprites or anyone else so far, though, so interesting. Thank goodness, it ended early. How lucky I am. Let's just be a blessing for always being such a good girl. I'm not sure having your own birthday party cut short counts as lucky. Look, it's lucky for her, okay? So shush, Mel. This is not your special day, is it? It's not? Well then, yeah, shut up. But it was no fun. I can't help it if I'm not enjoying myself. And for heaven's sake, Arthur was here. Arthur. Ugh, how dare he. What kind of name is Arthur? I have no interest in dancing with that dunce. Arthur? Wait, who is that again? Someone who was here? Unbelievable! You don't remember anything, do you, dearest Mel? He's turning amnesiac. We're Mel, actually. Oh my god, it all makes sense now. Confirmed. Stamped. He came over to play a few times when we were little. Okay. He's covered in gross freckles, and he's such a huge jerk. He said my hair looked like a color of fallen leaves. Fallen leaves, I say. What, your hair is not orange, though. It's light brown, blonde, I guess? Okay. Just thinking about that ugly smirk has me fuming. And he acts like nothing happened. He even calls me Lady Nellie, for goodness sake. Are you listening, dearest Mel? I want to rant about him more. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm actually having a fun time hearing your rant, actually. Keep going. I wonder what the ruckus earlier was. You weren't listening to her at all, were you? You weren't listening, were you? Who cares about that? Sorry, but aren't you curious? It probably wasn't another guess, at least. Maybe a cat sneaked in. You think so? I do. But enough about that. Would you like to play cards in my room, dearest Mel? Play war. Battle. Like, is cat sneaking into that common occurrence in here, I guess? Okay, then. They just leave through the kitchen, honestly, and just start playing, honestly, all the food in the kitchen, honestly. They start, like, festing the place, just trying to set up all the rats in the walls. Seriously? I'm exhausted, though. It's not even that late. Ugh. Fine. Something feels kind of off. Cat? It's a cat spirit. This is where the curse of the mansion started. I want to go check. Come on, hurry up. Hold on. I need to see if this place is now cursed. You don't need to drag me, Nelly. My birthday isn't over yet, so you're not done attending to me. Oh, Nelly. Life is flashing before his eyes. This is where everything goes downhill from here. God damn it. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I was waiting for it to actually appear way later, actually. So many chapter intermediates. Okay, then. Alright. Okay. Is this a bedroom? Okay. Huh. Again, I so love the atmosphere a lot. That's what I always try to strive for, honestly. Keep the atmosphere and the tone consistent. I always love when stories manage to do that. If you can get the tone and the atmosphere right, and injected a lot of emotion into it, it hits so well and hits so high. I want to make sure I'm going to master that way much more if I actually start managing to make my own stuff. The rain just won't let up. Can't sleep. More the commotion there was about. The damn cat spirits are at it again. Oh, for goodness sake. It's all the storm's fault. The storm conjured up a cat spirit. That's why I can't sleep. Is the lightning that bad? Because usually when I hear rain, it actually lulls me to sleep. Or, okay, are you the real scaredy cat here? The cat actually possessed you. I'm just fretting over nothing. I'm sure Nelly was right. It was just a cat. Maybe a dog. I was next to that. Just an oversized rat that starts just flooding into the walls, honestly. The sides of a crocodile. Oh, I can't sleep. I hardly ever even have this much trouble falling asleep. You still think about your future. Your future. What could this feeling be, I wonder? It's not quite foreboding. Walking around the house this time of night isn't gonna help anything. Pacing. But I'm not gonna fall asleep just lying here. Okay then. Huh. The only sounds that could be heard in the dark corridors were the sharp pitter-patter of the rain, his footsteps, and his breathing. And the loud, ominous chanting and droning music in the background. Though he was intimately familiar with the layout of the house, that night, the hallways felt like an endless labyrinth veiled in shadows. No moonlight shone through the windows, so he naturally found himself moving cautiously, despite being in his own residence. Keeping the palm of his hand pressed up against the chilly wall, he put one foot in front of the other. But to where was he supposed to head? I don't know, to the restroom and back? Pace. Melicors had no way of answering the question himself. If this took place in the modern days, this would be like you walk all the way to the kitchen, open the fridge, honestly, stare inside, do nothing, and just keep continuously opening the fridge till you see something to eat, and then resolve then to go to sleep after not starving yourself, as you normally do. If he had anything, it was guidance from above, the path to his destination lit by flashes of lightning. God is telling you to go into this room. No, not the room. But perhaps there was something else leading along. Though he progressed with a fair bit of hesitation in his steps, Mel was slowly but surely drawing nearer to one room in particular. Nelly's room? He made his way through the seemingly endless halls. Or to the designated cursed room. Oh. Past the living room, its fireplace long since cooled. Actually, is this the same living room that I guess, I'm not even gonna say us anymore, but just since the U is capitalized, that's what their character's name, just U. Does that mean this is the same, living room that you woke up in? Huh. Okay. Back into the hallway again. Into another corridor. Into a closet? And stopped inside an Abigail's bedchamber. The dim glow of a lamp spilled through the cracks in the door. A gust of wind is not necessary to make a flame flicker. A person's movements, or vibrations in the air from someone speaking, the slightest of movements can cause the light of a fire to quiver, shifting subtly, as though nudged by an invisible fingertip. I can see light from inside. Is she still awake? You're literally going to Nellie's room again. I can't sleep. Can I sleep in your room? A voice. He seemed to be hesitating. It would not be difficult for him to approach the door and peer inside. But he had reservations about peeping in on others' chambers, even if it was his own house. Moreover, this room was assigned to a woman. There was a woman behind that door. What would you do, Master, in this situation? Would you succumb to your curiosity and gaze inside? Or just knock on the door and just burst through and like, what are you doing still doing up? Or would you respect the owner's privacy? Well, is it someone that, is this a room that we know? Is this a room of someone that Mel knows? Or is it just or is it like a mansion's cursed? Hey, there's a weird person inside there. If it's some stranger, obviously, yes. Obviously, yes. Why the fuck are they in the house? I shouldn't be doing this. Eavesdrop, eavesdrop, eavesdrop. But the voice, it feels like it's calling to me? Wait, what? What? Okay, what is that? What just appeared in the cracks there? Or someone else? Yes, me. Could sense someone watching me that moment. He had succumbed to his curiosity. He stood on the side of the door from me, his flaxen eyes open wide, trying to remain as invisible as possible. The wavering in his heart seemed to create faint ripples in the air, which pretended not to notice. Yes, I knew he was there. I could sense his presence, his wavering emotions. However, I cannot begin to speculate as to his true feelings, or how great a surprise this was to him. I, too, am discovering new facets of this tale by viewing it through the eyes of the mansion. The ghost of the mansion itself? But it's not I who is of concern, Master. It is you, lowercase this time. You and... I know I shouldn't be doing this. I should be ashamed of myself, but I can't look away. Oh, hi. Who is that? Okay, yes, yeah, so it's a stranger in your own house then. Okay, yeah, exactly, again. Her skin, it's so pale you can practically see through it. Ghost! The house is haunted! Okay. Is it that white because she was out in the cold rain? I didn't realize if you stay long enough in the storm, your hair start getting dyed like that. Okay. Is this the magical dye that the dyeing mechanics that that Nellie brought when she got her orange dress? They enchanted the rain? Her hair is white as snow. And her eyes, they're like, how do I describe it? The vocabulary truly lacks in situations like this. How do you, how much have you read of your little Latin dictionary? You should know. They look like blood. No, that's just disturbing. Then wine, perhaps. No, more translucent than that. Rose-colored. Gemstones, then. Yes, gemstones. Rubies. Her eyes are like rubies. God damn it. Never seen anything like her before. I mean, it just means she's a vampire. White hair, red eyes. Just wait for the fangs to appear, and well, by the time that happens, you're dead. What could they be talking about? Mel's eyes were fixed on the peculiar young woman. She had glass-like skin, eyes that glimmered in the flickering candlelight, and snow-white hair that flowed like luxurious silk. Her lips were bluish-purple, her soft, delicate skin sullied with grime. Her twinkling eyes pointed down the floor, and her hair a disheveled mess. She was, not even at a glance, not a lady of means. The tips of her fingers were cracked from the cold, her nails pale from malnutrition, and her garb little more than rags. However, true beauty is always visible, no matter what it may be hidden beneath. Even wrapped in a veil of insalubrity. Even if she thought herself hideous. I wonder what happened to her. Like, did your parents actually, like, find her out in the middle of the rain and, like, brought her in, just, like, seated her into your bedroom? Okay. Without anyone else knowing, I guess. If it was that late, then I guess it makes sense why they wouldn't wake you up then. Just a random stranger's now in your house. If this truly is not a vampire ghost. Mel could no longer avert his gaze on the girl's visage. He had, for the time being, forgotten the shame he felt for peeping. Now you're a peeping... you're now a peeping Mel, not a peeping Tom. As he strained his ears to hear the conversation taking place inside, a sickly voice arose from the white-haired girl's purple lips. So feeble was the sound that a gentle breeze blowing through the room could carry it away. I apologize for the trouble. Think nothing of it. Give your apologies, and thanks to the mistress. Understood. There's something strangely comforting about this house. Almost as if I've been here before. If my father were here, I'm sure he'd be quite fond of it. I'm sorry about your father. That's not... There's nothing you could have done, I imagine. When we came to our rescue, he was already... Rescue? Father? Like, my first thought was like a carriage ride or something like that. Just I broke down, dad died from a crash or whatever. Was that perchance what the commotion was about? Lily, didn't like the commotions to happen like before the rain started though? So what happened then? Like they were just led into a room without their, like, I guess their parents like ever telling, hey, we got a new person in the house, make sure they're at home or whatever else. Okay. He stared intently, entranced by the scene unfolding beyond the door. A gaze cannot signal one's presence to others more effectively than words. The white-haired girl could likely sense him there as well, staring beyond the door. She flicked her gem-like eyes upward. Hi. That was when the boy finally let out a pang of panic. For a split second, his flaxen eyes met her ruby eyes, causing him to recoil from the door. His heart was pounding like the rain outside. Careful not to make a sound, he took 1, 2 steps away, then tripped, and all the vases in the hallway started crashing like dominoes. Did you catch me? Not sure. I wonder if it was better to just keep still, honestly, just to keep your eyes on her, or like, if it was better to not like move away from the door. She's looking through the crack of the door, honestly. And if she caught your movement, honestly, if I'm trying to step away. Well, she was looking at the door, honestly, trying to peer through the cracks, honestly, yourself, then there's nothing else to it. It all just depends on how much the lighting was in the room, then. It's only for a moment. She can't have seen me. The boy did not have the courage of speaking in the room a second time, so he consciously returned to his bedchamber as quietly as he could manage. But even beneath his covers, he could not erase that girl's eyes from his memory. Her melancholic red irises, her voice, delicate as a glass sculpture, her pale, almost lifeless skin, her pure, white hair. Every singular detail kept him from banishing her image from his mind. You already have a crush, are you kidding me? Nor could he restrain his heavily pounding heart. Who could she be? The next day. Oh, okay. I think I like these sprites the most, honestly. Oh, these look the most detailed of all of them. Oh, ooh. Well, it's the same maid again. It was 8 years ago then. Huh. Interesting. But like, the whole thing in the whole house like a purgatory thing. I wonder if like maybe the ending of this game in some capacity is like maybe the house being destroyed. Maybe the ending of this chapter is like a showcase of like, maybe the house like burning up. I guess maybe symbolizing how in disarray it is. Because you can't see anything outside the window as of right now. Well, at least when you woke up here. And then, just wondering to what extent the beginning, like, look around the whole mansion and by going in the past is how symbolic it is of the actual real-life mansion, or, like, the mansion itself has mystical properties if you manage to figure it out. Huh. Isn't it the matter? No, I just thought I felt someone watching us. It's only your imagination, I'm sure. If not your imagination, perhaps some unseen force is watching you. The mansion is peering at you from every single crack in the wall, staring in at you, sleeping. Unseen force. Are you familiar with how people refer to this mansion? Rose Manor. So, while the mansion looks beautiful, it certainly has its thorns. Even though the thorns in the garden were all trimmed away, they can still grow back. Yes, indeed. It's called Rose Manor because you can smell the sweet fragrance of the rose garden even at great distance. But that's not what I meant. It is said that a witch resides within the house. A witch? Okay, living in the walls, or... I have not heard any such stories. You probably wouldn't have. It's a very, very long time ago. Nothing you need to concern yourself with. You have a very peculiar presence about you. Should I consider this a comment? It's getting late. You should get some rest. A room has already been set aside for you. But first, may I ask you one thing? Yes? I do not believe you have given me your name yet. So you never asked her name when getting into the mansion then? Was it only just you, actually, who brought her in? No one else? Well, if that commotion thing is, then their parents should definitely know of her, I guess. If she was, I guess, the cause of the commotion in the party, I guess, before the storm started. My name is... Flashback stop. L. Oh. Okay, then. Alright, then. Okay, keep us in suspense for way much longer. I see how it is. Wake up. Get up, Mel! What? Just, like, bangs his head onto the top bunk, honestly. Oh, it's morning? You disappoint me, dearest Mel. It's very much long since morning. It's literally nighttime again! I didn't see a breakfast, so I came to find out what was the matter. I've really been asleep that long? You have been having terrible nightmares. And father's too lenient on you, dearest Mel. Oversleeping is hardly proper behavior for a force-born son. I know. Sleep in more. But before that... Yes, dearest Mel? What are you doing in here? You can't just go prancing to a boy's bedchamber. Well, she knocked and walked in to make sure you're awake. Leave that to the servants. I did send one for you. You're the one who refused to wake up. Besides, it's not like we're strangers. We used to sleep together all the time. That was long ago. Things are different now. Oh, you're overthinking it, silly. I think you're underthinking it. Now hurry up. Out of bed, sleepyhead. Shove. And rolls you over on the wrong side of the bed. Alright, I'm getting up. So you can see yourself out. Oh my, you look awful, dearest Mel. So overslept, you look like you didn't get a wink last night. You think so? Just so many bags beneath your eyes. Your bags of bags. You didn't go out in the town last night, did you? You just go to the nearest bar and just get shit-faced. Okay, then. Just stumble back home on drunken stupor. Okay. Naughty, naughty boy. Okay. I would never. You know that. You squeaked. I don't think I believed you. I didn't go out last night or anything. Yeah, you didn't leave the house. You left your room, though. Haha. Technicalities. I'm tired because you had me playing cards until late, Nelly. Hey, we were playing for that long. It was 5 minutes. It was 10 hours. Besides, look at me. I got up just fine. Well, that's you. Anyway, shoo, go away. I can't get dressed with you in here. Fine, I'm leaving. Ugh, close curtains. Just about flops right back into bed and stays for another 5 to 6 hours before she comes screaming back in again. Oh, almost forgot, dearest Mel. Slides back into the room. What now? Come on, no need to be mean. I'm sure you'd be quite surprised at the news. Oh? At breakfast, which you missed, mind you. Father told us. Told you what? Do I really want to say? It sounds like you want me out of your room, you dearest Mel. Ugh, please, Nelly. We got a new maid today, from a house we have ties to, supposedly. What? Oh, was it a family, like, offering, like, a new maid, I guess? Oh, so, like, that was just a new person and staff then, I guess? But then... Huh. Okay, so, like, I guess the maid that we're like, being led around for these memories with them, this is their first time talking, I guess, and back here in the 8 years ago times. Okay. Never seen anyone like her before. For supposedly coming from a good family, she isn't very graceful. Oh, for supposedly coming from a good family, she isn't very graceful. Never even seen her at social gatherings. But that's not the surprising part. Does the maid... She's peculiar. Hey, it's a very unusual presence, that one. Have white hair. What? How do you know that, dearest Mel? I can see to the future. Or just got a nightmare and just prophesized it. Thanks, Nelly. Thank you so much for checking up on me. And I'm gonna get dressed now. Shove you, trips you into the corridor. Let me get dressed now. Bye. Hey, get back here! Oh, for goodness sake, what's gotten into him? Bah. At the time, the majority of servants in the mansion were men. Okay. However, the ladies of the house all had Abigails. Abigails. Oh, okay. Abigail bedchamber. Okay. That makes sense. So there were several women servants, myself included. They're all mostly men. Okay, so like little butlers then. Okay. The maids were, by and large, were selected by the daughters of other esteemed families. Other esteemed families? Wait, I'm getting a bit confused then. If, like, the whole social gathering, like, wait. If the maids and brothers, I guess the same thing if, like, sons or daughters of other esteemed families? Like, does that mean, like, literally you have either, like, a weird choice of either, like, becoming a servant for another, like, you know, high esteemed family? Or, like, being married and betrothed to someone else? Or is it one of those things like, oh, I want to be married to this girl, and we'll both be butler servants to another family? Okay. Okay, I don't think I ever heard of that before, but, interesting. It was, you could say, a sort of training before they entered society. Oh, it's like a part-time job until they use this to get refinement and then further on? Okay, then. The girls that serve at houses even more powerful than their own. Okay, politeness and all that, just intermingling a tiny bit. And the white-haired girl Mel saw the night before was one such maid. When he heard this, Mel could not sit still any longer. So it's a lower class, I guess a lower class family member, I guess? Oh, but I didn't really think this through, did I? I don't even know where she is. You wander around your own house in a daze, you fuck. I'm guessing she's probably, mother's maid? White hair. It has to be the girl from last night. Unless as more people decide to dye their own hair or wear a wig of white. But deep down, he was having difficulty believing the young woman he had seen the previous night was truly here to be a servant. And can you blame him? When he saw her, she was an absolute mess. Hardly what you would envision from a girl of class. Okay, so like, she was stuck like that. She was like that for several straight hours when she was then let into the room then? Okay. Alright then. But he did not seek her to find out whether that was true. He merely wanted to see her once more, to ascertain whether what he imagined and witnessed the previous night was real, or just in his mind. And he wanted to have an actual conversation with her, to intermingle with that one maid girl and no one else. Yes, definitely not a weird crush. I don't want to run to Mother. That'd be awkward. Just stumble to your mother, honestly, when walking around? Okay, then. Talking to your mom this early in the morning, honestly, is bad news. Okay. He was heading toward his mother's bedchamber. The closer he drew, the heavier each step grew. You're just stomping your way? He rounded a corner, debating whether or not to head back, and stopped in his tracks. On occasion, wishes do come true. When Mel turned the corner, he saw her. The same girl. That same white hair. Oh, hi. She appeared to be cleaning the hallway. She traced along the wooden carvings lining the walls, making certain not to miss even a speck of dust. The girl wore a pristine dress, the uniform of the mansion's Abigail's. There was no longer any fill to obscure her beauty. All that had covered her pure white hair and glass-like skin was no longer. The one thing that had not changed was her listless, ruby eyes. Pardon me. Hearing his footsteps, the young woman raised her head. She caught Mel's gaze and for a brief moment merely blinked at him in silence. Lord Mel, yes? Your father informed me of you. Did he? I guess I don't need to introduce myself then. I believe she managed to smile, though it was difficult to tell, and she quickly dropped her gaze back to the floor. Flax and Ruby met only for the briefest moment. Wait, he has flaxen hair or flaxen colored eyes? No, I'm curious. What does flaxen even mean now? They've been saying it repeatedly, honestly. I want to know. Flaxen. Flaxen hair? The first that comes up is literally just a different language? Well, it's Japanese, hon. Flaxen... What does just flaxen mean? Wow, the dictionary definition of flaxen means of flax. Thank you, dictionary. Especially of hair, the pale yellow color of dressed flax. Long flaxen hair. Okay. Don't know what flax is, but it's just yellow. Okay. You have pure golden eyes. Okay, then. You, certainly won a weird genetic lottery for your eyes, then, Mel. Everyone here truly has the most beautiful color of hair. Did you have business with the mistress, Lord Mel? I can let her know if you would like. No, I was looking for you. For me? Mel felt as though all the blood in his body began to flow backwards. He cannot effectively describe the sensation, but in a word, it resembled panic. On his way to find her, Mel had come up with a number of subjects he wanted to talk about, and he generally had little trouble speaking with others. He'd had less experience interacting with women, this is true, but the time he'd spent around Nellie had kept him from stumbling too much. Until then, now your brain was going a mile a minute. Yes, but for you. Why would you be looking for me, Lord Mel? I was wondering how you were doing. Pardon? I'm quite fine. Good, that's great to hear. You fool, Mel, what are you even saying? How are you? Who even says that in this day and age? You have more important things to ask, like where she came from, or tell her she has pretty hair and eyes. I don't want to trouble her too much. Lord Mel? Yes. Sorry, you just suddenly fell silent. Was I, in your way? In my way? No, not at all. What are you up to? I'm cleaning. Still holding the goddamn rag in a bucket, honestly, to make sure the walls are all clean. I'm cleaning, sir. Let me do my job, please. Yeah, I didn't even need to ask. Oh, you're cleaning. Nice. What exactly are you cleaning? She's just thinking, what is this dumbass thinking? Having fun there? Oh, you can just let the other servants take care of the cleaning. You're one of the noble's daughters who took in, right? Then why is mother making... No, I'm doing this because I want to. The mistress appeared to be busy, and I could not simply be idle. But I enjoy cleaning. Well, if you say so. Say, yesterday? This mansion is truly a thing of beauty. I don't want to talk about yesterday. All the many roses in the garden, even the furnishing has a great deal of thought put into it. This family must have a wonderful sense of aesthetic. Oh, yeah, thanks. Did she just check the subject at me? She does not want to talk about all the contracts she had signed yesterday. She does not want to talk about that. Go. I'm delighted to have been given the opportunity to serve at such a magnificent house. Mother and father actually had nothing to do with that. Not even the garden. It's all been around since my grandfather's time. Does no one take care of the garden? It just self-maintains itself like an ecosystem? Okay. This mansion was a complete wreck when he bought it. Oh, was it? Yeah. Frankly, I'm surprised he actually paid money for it. The chandelier in the foyer was shattered and only half attached to the ceiling. Most of the decorations on the walls were broken. I can hardly imagine. It's a marvelous, truly impressive house. I'm sure he'd be flattered to hear it. My grandfather was a bit of eccentric. He let do things people didn't expect just to watch the looks of surprise in their faces. He was the kind of man who would buy a mansion that was beyond repair just to give it a completely new life. Well, then the mansion must be very happy to get a second chance then, if it's living. Everyone had seen the property before it was renovated was astonished. They regretted not taking the opportunity themselves, seeing the transformation it underwent. Huh. I was just thinking that you're kind of like this house. What? What do you mean by that? Why is this person comparing me to a house? What is he thinking? I mean, when you first arrived... Oh, no, never mind. Forget it. Don't figure out you're peeping at her, stupid. She hasn't yet. Has she? You're making an ass of yourself, dude. Yes? No, it's nothing. The more I think about it, you and the mansion are really comparable. Oh, so we're not elegant then. I'm not elegant then. No, you're beautiful! Just going on this, like, cliched romantic tirade. The truth is, it being a rundown mess isn't the only reason nobody wanted to buy the house. They say the house is cursed. That what? That all who dwell within this house shall be met with misfortune. Do you believe it? I'm just kidding. It's not actually true. Then where'd you hear it from? It's all rumors and hearsay, embellished to make the tale more exciting. The rumors only started because of how I used to look. The mansion truly begot misfortune, though it wouldn't still be here. The misfortune is lying in wait, waiting to have the right opportunity to start your suffering then. That's what it is. That's what it is. It waits for years, maybe hundreds, centuries, decades, honestly. And it wouldn't explain how my grandfather died. Do you know how he passed away? Let's say natural causes. No. How did he die? Inside a lovely lady. What the fuck? Wait, what? What the fuck? Okay? Are you saying he died, like, when he was having fun, I guess? Or... What? Okay. What? You're just talking about this to this girl, honestly, your very first conversation talking to her. Nice. Believe it or not, that was how he died. Together, the young, beautiful woman. Died inside a girl, though. That's what you specifically said. Okay? Okay, I did not misread it. Oh my god, he had a heart attack when it happened. Wait, oh god, Dylan just kidded me. How young was this girl? I know at a certain point, like in the centuries before this, it's gonna be different times, but still. His time ran out when he was making love to her, they say. Rather crude way to go. But he was hardly misfortunate. What'd I tell you? Yes? Just so you know, I promise I didn't inherit my grandfather's propensity for such base behavior. I am pure of body and spirit, dedicated wholly to my studies, so pure virgin studies. Hey, she laughed. My apologies. No, it's fine. I thought you were delinquent this entire time, and you are. Anyway, we were talking in the mansion, right? I've always thought it was kind of a strange place myself. That dress you're wearing, it was found here after my grandfather bought it. You don't see the kind of designer on these parts, so I'm guessing it was probably imported. There's the same uniform that the maid at the beginning was wearing. I'm actually wondering if we'll actually learn her name, instead of just her being now formally just called the maid, honestly. I already know at some point we're gonna learn, I guess, this woman's name. And I guess maybe in a bit or bit later on. You don't see the kind of design around these parts, so I'm guessing it was probably imported. The architecture is really old-fashioned too, which must have caught grandfather's eye. When he announced his plans to buy it, the entire family opposed his decision, but he refused to budge. Renovation upon renovation gave the mansion new life. But of all his work, he was most fond of the rose in the garden. So he was the one who takes care of the garden, and then he died, and then no one touched it since, and it still just thrives. Okay. Like, we just hear the whole mansion just goes down to complete disrepair, but the garden is still going strong. The vines, the kudzu just starts growing outside the walls and it extends to the forest forever and ever. Beautiful flowers and roses going and blooming for eternities to come, becoming its own invasive species. He collected species from all across the world. Every time he got a new one, he would summon gardeners to arrange and grow them. It took incredibly long to complete. There are even some that wouldn't grow in the climate of this land. Grandpa refused to give in. Like, he can grow in any environments? Okay, then. He truly loved roses. Me, I don't really get how someone can be so impassioned about them. They're such cliche romantical stuff. I don't do romance. It's just embarrassing every time someone calls his house Rose Manor. It's obviously a mansion. It's Rose Mansion. Or just call it Rose House. Perhaps the roses were meant for someone. What? I'm simply speculating. Roses make wonderful gifts, after all. Indeed they do. If you like roses as much as Nelly, then you're welcome to go see them for yourself. Pick as many as you like. If anyone asks, just say I gave you permission. Don't be shy. I'm sure it'll get tiring if all you do is work. No, I'm sensitive to sunlight. I knew it! Vampire! Vampire, I said! Get an umbrella, get a parasol out, then pick the roses. Maybe something out there will quite pick your fancy. Just make sure you stay away from garlic, honestly, when you eat food tonight. I heard there's garlic in it. Oh? That's unusual. The vitamin D sunlight. Perhaps that explains why you're so pale. I had no idea. That sounds rough. Your skin is so pretty, too. You don't seem terribly surprised. What? Oh, no, I'm very much surprised. Just keeping it all inside, honestly. Or would you prefer a more dramatic response? Oh, no, you're a vampire! Classical, just about vampire romance fare. Love the monster. Love the monster. No, I expected you to find it disturbing. How far is the vampire taboo around this part? It's okay. Okay then. All right. My man likes to insult the vampires, I guess. I'm sensitive to sunlight and can hardly spend any time outside. That makes me sound like some kind of demonic creature. Yep, I knew it. Oh my god. This whole fucking joke is keep going on. Okay, then fucking you're okay, have fun. Oh, god damn it. Oh, you worry too much. There's not a monster in the world as sweet as you. Yes? Are the other maids teasing you, perhaps? Because they're bullying you? I will fire them myself. Just complete simpage mode now. Time, let's go. Simp for the vampire. Simp for the monster. That black-haired one especially, she's, how should I put it, a little frightening. How dare. Well, we haven't really talked to her too much besides trying to, her being polite to you, quote-unquote, so, we don't know if, I guess if she, wants to be completely, polite or anything like that. Is she just intense, honestly, for you? I don't think she means any harm right now, anyway. Or it could be one of those things of, the whole, like, purgatory house thing is like sort of like, I guess, visage of the spirit of the mansion or, like, something like that. It could be the thing of, it doesn't seem like she's, I guess, harmful to us specifically, but she's running a whole different set of morals, honestly, than we ever thought. Like, just, imagine, like, serial killers, like, having the most placid, like, peaceful smile, and they cheerfully, like, in the same kind of manner, like, calm, honestly, just, kills and slaughters people without, breaking even her composure attitude at all. Like, not even, flicks of, like Freudian slips or anything like that, or just, like, saying any dark thoughts, honestly, just completely perfect in everything they do, honestly. Almost as if she has a steel heart or something. She's impenetrable. Right, she's what... Oh, wait, no. Right, she's one of Mother's maids too, isn't she? Now I'm more worried. How long has she been here? Okay. Since you refuse to follow my instructions, you are henceforth hellspawn. Like Badger's saying that. What? Okay, henceforth hellspawn? Does your mom hate that maid or not? Why not, fire her, I guess. Oh, and again. I'm very sorry. No need to apologize. Let me go back to my work, please. In fact, I wish you'd laugh more. She's actually very kind to me. Everything she does with incredible precision and efficiency. She looks so young, and yet she has such skill. How long has she been here in the mansion? Actually, she's been here for quite some time, but I don't know exactly how long. No one knows how old she is. It's kind of creepy. She's centuries old. She's the first vampire here. I never once considered such. Sorry, you're right. It's bad men to speak ill of others. Either way, she still scares me. That's the one vampire you're like, I hate her. It's like there's no light in her eyes, or like her smiles are all fake. So I'm a maid. Now you're showing us this kid's thoughts of you. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this slander toward yourself inside someone else's own mind? How do you feel? Doesn't make her any less pretty, though. Blissful silence. The conversation died. I had to think of something else to talk about. Yes, you can ask me anything. Can I get back to work now? Does the master, your father, Lord Mel, often retire from the mansion? Just goes to the inn and gets blackout drunk. I've not seen him around. Oh, yeah, father frequently returns home. This mansion is actually our secondary home. It's your vacation home! Why do you ask, though? I was just curious. Nothing more. What does your dad do, honestly? Oh. Yes? What is it? You're just jumping at every opportunity, aren't you, dude? One of the maids asked to see me, so I should be on my way. If you'll excuse me. What? Alright. See you later, then. Goodbye. Oh, right. One moment. You just never not gonna let her go. Since you're sensitive to sun, I can pick some roses from time to time for you. For you to decorate your room. Lord Mel. That's all. Sorry for holding you up. Why am I so bad at this? She definitely thinks I'm obnoxious. Definitely so. Definitely so. I want to hand her a rock. I'll reverse time and try this over again. Say you hate vampires or whatever else. Roses are not becoming of me. He is too kind. You say you're not deserving of flowers? Interesting, though. Ah, yes, by the church. But I think I'll leave things off right here. Just been there's actually something interesting set up for this little tale. Actually, I feel like obviously that from the sound of it and what little I'm getting, honestly, probably the maid that we see at the very beginning of this game, leading us all through these different tales and stories, actually, is probably like someone who actually has stayed in this mansion like for centuries. And like helping lead everything along to every family who lives in the mansion, honestly. Whether she just comes out of nowhere to like seamlessly enter and become like a servant to help with the families before something bad happens to the families that either die or decide to move out, and she stays behind. I guess like almost tied, honestly, to be almost tied to like sort of the mansion itself, actually. Then it's gonna be interesting to see exactly what she actually is. Or like about why she's tied to this place, honestly, in some capacity. But they're making implications like, I don't know if it's just a little joke, honestly, of them making thinking like she's just not like sunlight, she's not a vampire, or something like that. But it'd be actually interesting if they added like more supernatural element to it. I don't think there was anything detected in the like in the what do I know this game actually has the kind of thing. From the sound of it, was trying to be played straight, almost like maybe a bit realistically, but I can definitely see a supernatural like tilt to it happening later on. I kind of hope that they kind of go a different direction, but still focus on this character-based narrative, honestly, for each tale, honestly. Plus, I did see a screenshot of, like, I guess, one, like, a monster, I guess, attacking a guy. So, there's definitely probably, like, a whole creature thing, maybe, for one of the stories. Or I was like, maybe one of the stories, actually, for each different door for these different tales, this centuries, this mansion, have a sort of, maybe, different genre to it, but still keep the same gothic aesthetic. That'd be pretty interesting. And I wonder if, like, because since they set up the whole entire thing with Mel and Nellie's relationship as very close siblings, and Mel is getting closer to this like new maid actually. It'll probably spring up some tension maybe with Nellie in some capacity. That'd be actually kind of interesting to see. Very interesting to see. I'm actually getting him more engrossed than I thought it would be for this its VN. It looked from the outset that it'd be something I had to get very much more out of my comfort zone and get used to, but I think I actually got into a spin of things. I'm actually like pleasantly intrigued about how it's gonna go from here. And wanted to see exactly how I guess our main point of view, I guess gateway character, audience surrogate, like is like gonna be connected to the overarching narrative about seeing each tale of the centuries through the rest of the doors of the mansion later on. Wonder how it's gonna go then. Like, if the maid we're being led around is also immortal in a sense, and are we as well before I guess maybe our physical body got crucified, honestly, for one reason or another. It'd probably be interesting if like the very last story is actually from the main character's point of view, you know, to when the whole town decides to crucify him for one reason or another. Maybe he's a monster or anything else, if it's gonna go down that way. But this is very interesting to see. It's gonna be very interesting. But with that, I'll leave things off right here. I'm actually really looking forward to this, and I think I actually will continue this Let's Play. I'm actually really intrigued by this now. Really intrigued by this now. But with that, we'll leave things off for right here. So, for a fun time watches as I have been playing this, hope to see you next time, whatever time that may be, and I all hope a fantastic day.